Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Dark Souls 3. Sorry about the abrupt end. I had a knock on my door, and I had to go deal with it. Also, I was pretty much over time anyway. But we're back. I went and checked that drop-off area just to make sure I didn't miss anything. It appears I did not. So we're just going to keep on going. Praise the sun, huh? Not exactly how I wanted to do it, but that works. Oh, no you don't. Gotcha. So he did a crystal magic weapon, which is like the strongest sorcery buff that you can put on your weapon. Author Ignite Shield. Wow, that's a lot of items. And this is not the right direction. There is a drop off there, but I don't remember anything about it. Alright, so we need to go the other way. Sorry for not showing too much about the pyromancy stuff. I mean, all it showed was a fireball, a bigger fireball, and a dark fireball. It's just, I can't really afford to put any points in attunement. Because I need more damage because physical attacks are just simply better in this game because everything's too aggressive. Yeah, I know, you guys are... There we go. I got a little bit of wax on me, but not enough to slow me. Shit, get out of there. Freaking body's in the way. Alright. But yeah, the damage isn't too high, it's just the curse will eventually get you if you're not careful. Yeah, they're all over the place in here. Like so. Personally, I'm not that worried about it. I've pretty much become nonchalant about dying at this point. I'll go ahead and stay unembered. I did sell a bunch of my embers, because I didn't need them. Can't go that way. But yeah, we're done with the mostly tedious parts. So that's the good news. Okay, come on. Well, that worked, kind of. Alright, and we need to pull this. It's a little weird that they kept the bottomless pits under elevators. I don't really understand why they do that. Then again, I don't really understand why anyone that builds a keep decides to make it entirely open pits with the narrowest walkways possible, but apparently that's how they build them in Dark Souls 1. So, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab this and be on my way. Get it out of the way, get it out of the way, get it out of the way. Works. Yay, more gems I'll never use. It's a flesh bite thing, which I think that gives me resistance to all status effects. Yeah, raises poison, bleed, curse, and frost resistance. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'll just run through this. Oh. Waiting for me to roll off that all of a sudden. Alright, drink one of these, because we're about to be attacked. Like so. Magic's pretty much kind of become a purely supplemental support type thing now. Gives me like a little ranged attack that can help break guards and bypass defenses and stuff like that. Or, you know, kill ambushes and things like that. But as like a pure combat thing, it's not the best. I mean, it kind of was like that in Dark Souls 1 and 2 as well. There was only so many like fancy spells you can mess around with that were viable. Most of the AoE spells were more for PvP rather than PvE, because this game was never, the engine just does not support fighting multiple opponents. By the way, that gargoyle just killed himself, but we won't judge. Alright, I can kill one of these, or maybe I can kill both. Let's find out. Nope. Alright, you know, that's cool. Yeah, cool. I love it when I can't hit a target because the spear refuses to point down. You know, it's okay, because in this game, upgrade materials are useless. Well, almost useless. I think I was talking about, like, differences in, like, power level as far as, like, Dark Souls 1 in this game. When I was like increasing my strength, it would alternate between increasing my damage by 4 points and 8 points, all the way up to about a certain number. I can't remember what. Though thinking back on it, it might be because I was two-handing it, and I was two-handing it in order to wield it correctly, but I'm not sure. It's hard to think. All I know is I'm sporting around nearly 500 damage with a character that's a third of this level in Dark Souls 1, so I don't know. Don't need no fancy weapon arts in that game. I think the one thing that really bothers me about weapon arts is how it's in order for weapon arts to work the way they designed them, they ouch. Alright, I'm gonna run. Bye. But, like, the only reason I can see that FP was brought back, like the mana bar from Demon Souls of all things. Oh, there he goes. Up through that wall. Ow. I do not like those charges that are like 0 framed. Also, I actually stabbed between his legs because my attacks do not aim up for some reason. But yeah, the only reason the mana bar was brought back was for weapon arts. That's my only, because, I mean, it was either that or they had to do it based off of durability again. Which, I wouldn't have minded if it was based off durability again. I mean, as long as they made sure it didn't do what happened with the PC version of Dark Souls 2, which was, you know, make everything cost twice as much, or use up twice as much durability twice as fast. But instead they went with this mana system, which for the most part, like I mentioned before, it's mostly a nerf for magic in general, especially hybrids. That's the thing. Like I said, like there's nothing wrong with having a mana bar in an RPG. I mean, that's rather common. It's just the fact that this series was always based off of cast uses, and changing from that does influence things. Did I just go the wrong freaking way? Yeah, I did. Let's try that again with less fail. Just a smidge less. I'm not too worried about the two crystal lizards I missed, because it's just upgrade materials and there's no weapons I want to upgrade. They did buff fist weapons from what I heard. But for the most part, I don't really have any interest in messing with fist weapons, because I actually like the reach of the spear. It's rather nice. I think also part of the reason why I find myself less and less interested in the Dark Souls series is, like, every game I usually try to do something different. Like in Dark Souls 2 I started with magic, or Dark Souls 1 and 2 I started with magic, and then I kind of changed things up, let you guys pick my builds, and I kind of did a bunch of other builds just to see kind of how things work. And in this game I did it again, you know, I let you guys pick. I got to mess around with spears, which I've never used before, but then, you know, looking at the other builds I just realized, wow, I've kind of done it all. I mean, you can only do so many, there's only so many different, there's tons of different long swords, or straight swords rather, but once you've used a few of them, you've kind of used them all, because at that point the only thing that's changed is their stamina use and their stat numbers essentially. Which is probably why, I mean, in Bloodborne there's not as many weapons, but each weapon was, for the most part, unique. Maybe not balanced perfectly, but they were all kind of unique with their transformations and things like that. So I wouldn't mind seeing more of maybe less weapons overall, and just getting some select few that have very unique abilities, kind of like in Bloodborne. I mean, they could take advantage of the weapon arts that way. You could be like, okay, you can transform your weapons and the weapon arts will change or something like that. I mean, granted, you can only have so many transforming weapons before it gets a little ridiculous, so it is what it is. Anyway, the ladder I kicked was for this area over here, so now I can just climb up the ladder and get right back to here rather easily. Over here is actually close to a bonfire, and over here we got some troubles. Wow, you lived. That's slightly annoying. Yay, I shot over him. This is also why magic is awful, because it's not really good with the targeting system. Anyone that's moving at a slightly moderate pace or switching elevations can throw off the aim. Anyway, over here we got Angry Knight guy. This one's a two-handed sword user. 20 chunks. Oh my god. Upgrading already, are ya? I hate these guys. Because they have infinite stamina. Because screw you. Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that. Hey, you lost your buff. Means you won't one-shot me. There we go. Let's see, anything over here? Nope. Anything over here? And nope. Alright. Let's check over here again. I think we're good to go. If there's anything positive I would like to point out, it's this spear. I actually enjoy using it. It's split damage, yeah, but it does reasonably well in this game. I don't think split damage is as bad in PvE as it is in PvP, but I can't really say either way. Anyway, this is going to be the part where we get attacked by 3 NPCs, essentially. One of them is a dual katana user. The other is a big axe wielder guy, and the other is a caster. The katana user also has a bow. Here it comes. God, took a hit, took a trait there. Oh wow, you actually played by the rules and actually got your weapon caught. Okay, one down. I'll heal. Oh my god. Freaking A, thank you targeting for dropping. Nothing annoys me more than that. And it's this bad in Dark Souls 1 and in 2. The game and a lot of your mechanics rely heavily on maintaining a lock-on. These guys do have Estus. Nope, nope. And of course the mage has a mail breaker, a parry dagger. But she doesn't actually take advantage of it. She instead will just try to hit you with a soul spear. Anyway, that was Onakiri and whatchamacallit. It's a dual-wield katana. Supposedly it's really good for making a bleed build out of it. I mean, if you're going to do any sort of stats build, pretty much bleed is kind of the only way to go. Which, I guess, well, let's talk about luck, I guess, for a little bit. Why is luck in the game? Like, why'd they bring it back? Like, what does it do? It supposedly helps with, I don't know, it's either bleed buildup or not bleed buildup, but status buildup? Yeah, I think it helped with status buildup. Because it doesn't help with effects, because your poison never increases. But, like, why is it there? Like, I don't understand it. There's only, like, there's only one type of infusion that can even work with luck, and only one weapon by itself that works with luck. So it's really confusing. Anyway, which direction does this go? It goes down. It just feels like a bunch of wasted stat points to me. I mean, it replaced adaptability? And, from Dark Souls 2? Which, I mean, adaptability, at least it did something. Like, it increased your agility or whatever, which helped with iframes. Better than what luck does, which is mostly nothing. And, I mean, if it did help with status effects, I mean, that could be a way to build, but since Frostbite, Toxic, and Poison aren't that great, I mean, that just leaves you with Bleed, which Bleed works pretty well on its own. You don't really need to make a luck build for it. It's like one of the few things that actually does work. So, I don't know. Let's go ahead and level up Boo. Alright, at this point... Yeah, that's not bad actually. So it's still point for point. But yeah, I'm at 30-30, which is pretty much as high as you really want to go for pyromancies. I mean, I can increase it higher, and it will still increase my fire damage, which is nice. Or I can I can give myself strength and start getting, you know, actual damage increases. So let's spin that first, and let me show you. Let's see what is the. So this is a Gargoyle Flame Spear. It has D's and everything. So that means it's not really a good dex weapon. It's actually yet again, another balance weapon. For those who don't know, balance is where you go 40 dex, 40 strength. And I guess that's one of the things that really hurts the variety in this game. Practically every weapon in this game works best with a balanced build, and usually works best with the refined infusion, which just, you know, further buffs it towards balance. So if I really want to, I could just go full glass cannon at this point and just up my damage. I mean, I did say I was going to go a dex build, and this is where we're at. I mean, if I had gone... Yeah, I mean, this is where I'm at. If I continue to not put points in strength, I'm actually actively making myself weaker. Which, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I've stated this many times already, but I went through Dark Souls 2 with just a dagger. I mean, daggers don't really do that much damage. I mean, it's definitely more than this game, but I was fine with doing that. But in this game, since everything's so aggressive, I generally find myself having to just out-damage them. So I think at this point, I might go ahead and consider going full strength. I mean, endurance is something I do run out of a lot, but for the most part, I end up having to just roll away so often that it might not matter that much. So that's kind of where I'm at. If I put all my points into it right now, that'll increase my damage by, looks like, it only increases it by about 7. You know what, let's go endurance. We'll get a bit more endurance to make ourselves a little bit better on that aspect. And frame rate, as always, I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and up our pyromancy flame. We've actually been going with just a +8. It really doesn't... I don't know, I have trouble feeling how... I have trouble feeling the benefit of, you know, actually, like, reinforcing my gear. I mean, for weapons, it's not as bad, but for, like, things like the pyromancy flame and, like, chimes and stabs and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like it really increases it that much. Anyway, that is +10 now. And we can go ahead and reinforce our Satis. And if I had a tight... Oh, I don't have enough chunks. That's surprising. Alright. That'll help our MP regen and all that good stuff.
Back again, I see. I suppose this means you're after Saul.
Not really, I'm just gonna give you the scroll.
Unfathomable. This is a crystal sorcery. Created by the Pale Dragon. Thought only to exist in legend. I am ever grateful to you. This is truly sublime. I am afraid this is a debt I cannot repay. Only, I will be sure to unravel it for you. Just a moment. Again, let us begin with the basics.
I haven't been buying any of his sorceries. At this point I can get all of his sorceries and complete his quest line, which means I can go ahead, once I do that, I can go ahead and murder him. I can murder him now if I really want to, for Yuria, but let's go ahead and just get all the sorceries while we're at it. So let's go ahead and pick up this, and one of these, those, and that looks shiny, sure, we'll grab that one too. Alright, that's a start.
Come again. Oh, what is it? Forgot something? Oh, I have something for you. You're a fine sorcerer now, no mistake. You should have something to prove it. Go on. If I'm giving something away, you'd better well take it.
Alright, we get the young dragon wing.
Again. Come again.
Yeah, they generally get nicer and tell you new things and all that good stuff as you buy their stuff, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of a standard NPC thing, at least from Dark Souls 2. Oh yeah, I mentioned in the last video that I was considering increasing my equipping the Karthus Blood Ring to help with rolling invincibility. I might try it out. I mean, obviously it's going to make me more of a glass cannon, but I'm kind of... At this point, I take so much damage, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Anyway, where is it? Young Dragon Ring. It boosts sorceries. That's pretty much it. I believe you can start with that if you already have, if you start as a sorcerer. Anyway, let's, we do got a bunch of souls, laying around, so... I'm just gonna go ahead and pop these.
Oh.
And keep working our way through this. So with that, we can get Crystal Soul Spear, Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Yeah, but look at these spells. You got a Bolt of Magic, a stronger Bolt of Magic, a bigger Bolt of Magic, a even bigger Bolt of Magic, a tiny Bolt of Magic, a stronger tiny Bolt of Magic, a spread of, let's see, is that what it is? Yeah, a kind of that shotgun blast of tiny magic bolts. You have some orbiting, well not orbiting, but you got some floating passive magic bolts that activate when things get close to you, a stronger version of that. Then you have a super powerful piercing magic bolt, and a stronger piercing magic bolt. Then you have a big melee sorcery, a small melee sorcery, at least 3 magic buffs, which we already have the second one, a buff for your shield, and yeah, I mean at this point you kind of get to the utility stuff, but a lot of these are kind of situational. But this is kind of your meat and bones for spells, and it's kind of the same stuff over and over again. I do like how they added melee spells, and they're kind of interesting, but at the same time, it's like having a longsword that requires FP to swing. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. With the tiny sword, you can actually combo with it, which is kind of neat. The great sword's kind of just a big swiping attack. I mean, at least it gives you some melee caster options, but at the same time, why should I use these when I could just build a character that uses a longsword? I don't know. Anyway, that was all of our sorcery. We can't... Oh, we have enough. Let's get some more stuff. We'll get this thing, and that thing. Anything else to say to me?
Again.
Nope. Alright.
Again.
Let's go ahead and spend more of our souls. I mean, I'm doing this purely for collection purposes.
Oh. That would be quite like you.
Notice he's being a lot nicer.
Again.
Okay, let's learn some more then. We have, what, 30,000 now?
How do you like gimmicks, friend? This is a sign, a cipher, employed by sorcerers who use quietude to their advantage.
So we get an emote, Silent Ally, and we get the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring.
With this, you can be sure to tell friend from foe from your very first encounter. It's a very old practice at this point, but one that you deserve to know. Promise to stay safe.
Now he's concerned about our well-being. Also, we need to use this Undead Bone Shard when we get our chance. But yeah, we got the Slumbering. Yep, this will mask the sounds of the wearer. The Dragon School held effective sovereignty over Vinheim with a great many adept assassins at its disposal. So this is a ring of an assassin. PvE, it's completely worthless because monsters will notice you no matter what. Or at least they'll notice you despite having this ring on. In PvP, it's a bit better because it obviously masks your footsteps, so no one will hear you coming, or they won't hear you above them or below them. So it's a PvP item for the most part.
Oh, that would... In Vinheim, I was an assassin. A sorcerer only in name. A killer for hire. What a fool I was, thinking one day I would learn real sorceries. When I became undead, I was exiled from the school. But here I am, now, exploring the depths of sorcery. All thanks to you, I might add. Again, let us...
So yeah, he was an assassin. And he kind of regrets it. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop some more of these.
Oh. Again,
That is everything. He does have, nope, he doesn't have anything. Alright, so yeah, that was everything he has.
You are no ordinary woman. All these sorceries, and you've mastered every one. If this were the Dragon School, you'd be, well, overtly despised and banished from the place. Well, I suppose it's time I packed my bags. I would hate to see our agreement end sourly. Better left, tucked away, as a pleasant memory. You are no all if well, I would better left. Promise to stay safe. It's been nice running our own little school. Oh. You are no all if I would better left. Promise to it's
I don't remember if he might have happened in previous parts, but he also like mentioned, like, I guess it was before he mentioned becoming an assassin. He also talked about how you should never take a life and stuff like that, because he obviously kind of regretted ever going for becoming an assassin, because he was hoping to. He only did it because he was hoping to learn sorceries. I mean, there's not really much to his story. It's literally just buy his stuff, which is kind of normal as far as Dark Souls 2 is concerned. I don't remember if there's anyone quite like that in Dark Souls 1. I'll probably eventually find out. But I do like how his tone changes and he becomes a little bit more concerned, and I mean he's kind of cool. I guess you could kind of say he doesn't do much, to be honest, but he's kind of neat as far as like a character's concerned. And at least he kind of tells you about his past a little bit, which is always good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and, now if we leave now, he will leave the Firelink Shrine, and I believe after we fight the princes, or sorry, the prince, he will, his body will be found, on a table somewhere in the archives, and then you can get his ashes from there. But I'd rather not deal with that.
Ah, I presume thy holy vows are sworn? Wonderful. Now thou art the true and deserving Lord of Hollows. With the spouse, the strength to claim the fire is thine. Thy lordship, I prithee wrest the fire from its mantle. I, Uria, and all Londor embrace thy impending lordship. Our lord and liege, I prithee, play the usurper. When the moment cometh to link the fire, wrest it from its mantle. The age of fire was founded by the old gods, sustained by the linking of the fire. But the gods are no more, and the all-powerful fire deserveth a new heir. Our Lord of Hollows, it shall be, who weareth the true face of mankind. Our Lord, and I prithee, when the other
Alright, well,
be safe, I prithee wrest the flame from its mantle. Ah, speak freely, thy lordship. I am at thy beck and call. Our Lord, when the
well, she's not talking about it anymore, but, well, let's see what happens. Alright, Orbeck, let's get, this day has come. It's nice knowing ya.
it seems too late.
Orbeck was fascinated with sorcery, but without means, so offered to serve as an assassin in exchange for acceptance into the Dragon Academy, believing that one day he could reinvent himself as a sorcerer. It's kind of neat that you can, I'd actually never looked at the ashes before, so that's actually kind of neat. I wouldn't mind going around just killing everybody just to see what their stories are on their ashes.
Ah, speak.
Tell of Orbeck's death.
Ah, I see Orbeck's claim is proven false. As it should be our right and deserving Lord of Hollows. It is a Londor treasure befitting of a true Lord. Lord of Hollows, may the dark sigil guide thy way.
Alright, we get the Morian Blade.
Be safe, I pray.
So this is a straight sword, like all the others. It does do bleed. It also does extra, it gives you an attack buff if you get low on HP. So this is an item that some people try to go for one-shot builds. So they'll equip a bunch of items like the Morian Blade and the Ring that give you an attack buff when you're low on health, and it all stacks. But other than that, it's practically the same. Anyway, I believe she took the ashes. Yep, she did. It doesn't really matter because there's nothing left to buy from her. So our next stop will actually be over here. I'm gonna go ahead and say hi to, I wasn't actually planning on talking to NPCs, but I kind of just fell into that. So let's go ahead and handle all of this.
Oh, Champion of Ash, welcome back. Do you wish to hear a tale? You only have to ask. Oh, you've brought me a braille, and now I can tell new tales of miracle. Tales of the great, and what fun we will have.
Yeah, you said all the same stuff. Anyway, at this point, she doesn't actually have that many miracles, to be honest. So, we can go ahead and just buy that.
I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command. I was not meant to... Have a pleasant journey, Champion of Ash. I pray for your safety.
I was gonna say she doesn't really say too much different, but eventually she does start talking like that, but that's about it. Go ahead and pop one of these. And pop one of those. Pop one of these.
Oh, Chatty wish. I was not meant to be a lion. Thank you ever so. May your solemn duty conclude in triumph.
Well, you said something different.
Oh, do you wish? Thank you ever so much, sweet champion. May your solemn duty conclude in triumph.
Okay. Now, I mentioned before, if you had given her the Dark Tomes, the moment you start buying any of the Dark Miracles from her, she will be whisked away by, what's his name from, Karim or whatever. And you would have to go and get her back. And if you force her to recite pretty much all the Dark Miracles, she kind of goes, pretty bonkers. And kind of wishes for your death, essentially. Or not for your death, but wishes for death. Does she disappear? Nope, she's still there. Alright, let's handle this the other way then. Let's do a little bit of traveling, and just do that. Yes, I'm teleporting to the exact same spot. Yep, she's no longer there. So if we go, let's take a walk. Oh man, I have to wait for this thing again. Oh no, I don't. Thanks, it loaded. Actually, I don't need to go this way. I'm an idiot. Well, since we're up here, let's go say hi to good old Patches here.
Well, look at you, the luckiest lass in the world. I just got hold of some truly fine treasure, and for you, I'll practically give it away. I just got hold of some truly fine treasure, and for you, I'll practically give it away.
That was weird.
We're just a couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it. Now just wait. That's the best you can do? Bloody hell. Keep those purse strings nice and tight. So tight they choke you.
Friends forever, huh? Alright. So I was gonna go find, what's-her-face? Arena, or Arena, or Arena. How we should pronounce it. But she's over here. Yep, her hood has been drawn back. By the way, this outfit is the same practically the same outfit that one priest lady uses in Dark Souls 1. Also, look at all these bodies kind of wear the same outfit.
Oh, sweet champion of Ash. Let souls be your strength.
So yeah, she is now a firekeeper. You can level up here. It's a nice touch, but I guess gameplay-wise, it doesn't really matter. Like, there's no reason for me to ever go into that, to go that far out of my way to go get leveled up by Arinia. And as far as I know, I think it's the same soul cost. Alright. Well, not much left to handle. Let's head back to the Grand Archives. Let's see if we can get a little bit further before I call it. I'm still not embered, but that's completely fine by me. I don't really want to deal with any evasions. I've actually been doing rather well against invasions with this character. Sakio actually I have a lot more trouble with because everyone uses straight swords and they hit me at the same time. That or they just hit me, period. But this spear, it looks like most people actually have a lot of trouble parrying it. Because this weapon could definitely be parried. There's no immunity to it. But I guess the reach and all that kind of just makes it difficult for some people. But yeah, if we go, Alright, so if we head this way, it's progress towards the final chamber. This is kind of like the final straight to the boss. There is one more shortcut we can take advantage of, but there's also this nonsense up here that is going to murder us. So this is a spot where you can get another Titanite slab, but you have to kill all 3 of these enemies. See those guys up there? You have to kill all 3 of them. They're essentially those big fat knights. I think 2 of them have halberds, 1 of them has twin axes, and these ones have wings. And they are stupidly fast and very maneuverable, because, you know, heavy armor doesn't mean shit to NPCs. Did you see how far that guy dove at me? This is how ridiculous these enemies are. Where'd that come from? I'm stuck. Thank you, camera, for letting me know that there's something stuck behind me. Alright. So yeah. Easiest way to actually handle them is to lure them out. But, I mean, these things two-shot me, so let's go ahead and equip that ring, because I keep saying I was going to equip it. Screw the Silver Serpent ring. I don't really care about it anymore. Yeah, the rest of it's fine. How much damage does that increase it by? Wow, 35 damage. That's actually not bad. But yeah, this will pretty much kill all my absorption. At least I'm not in the negative, so I guess there is that. Alright, let's get this thing a shot. I think when I first played this game, I thought, oh good, they got rid of the auto-tracking. But it's actually worse. They still have the auto-tracking, but now everything attacks faster. And they're more aggressive. So, more aggressive, faster attacks, auto-tracking. That's a pretty nasty combination. Alright. Let's go deal. Let's see how quickly I can die from these guys. 'Cause I'm certainly curious. Coming? Bonk. Oop. I like how they... I didn't really feel like I took more damage. I actually took less. Alright. Well. Could make myself more of a glass cannon, of course. There's certainly ways to do that. Hey, there's... wow. Well, there goes my souls, but I don't think I had that many. No, I definitely did not, because I didn't actually kill anything before now. But yeah, all three of them will respawn. You have to kill all of them at once in order to actually pull this off. It's not pleasant. I don't really like how fast these guys are. The auto-tracking charges and how fast the charges happen is also super annoying. But no, I just have to get good, because that's an excuse. I have to wonder if From Software just says that in their own meetings, where they're like, well, what about this? And then just someone responds with get good. Screw design. Obviously it's the player's fault. But yeah, damage-wise I didn't really notice a difference. I really didn't. Great. Well, at least I lured one away. Shit. Look at that range! Holy cow. I like how that one axe seems to always ricochet like right next to me. It really makes me nervous. Alright, that's one. They're worth a lot of souls if you can kill them, but they're not really worth fighting. There's the other one. Pretty sure if I didn't have that ring, I would have definitely died. Nope, I'm not dealing with that. Nope, not dealing with that either. Alright, one left. Then we'll probably go ahead and call it a video. Sorry if it's going on long. You know how it is. There we go, Titanite slab. So with that we can max out our Cetas, which will max out our mana and regen. Or sorry, FP regen. Now what is over here? Now you got the stairs here, but... Oh, that's right, it drops down there. Which probably means we're gonna have to equip this ring. But we'll deal with that in a bit. Yeah, we can go down here. Pick up this, which is an Estus shard. So that'll get us like our 14 uses of Estus in total. Alright, let's take the stairs. I saw stairs around here. Yeah, right here. We can head up here. Climb up here. The Hunter's Ring, which gives you plus dexterity, I think? Question mark. We also enter here, which is useless apparently. Alright. Hop in here. So yeah, you can drop down here, and then drop down here. So this Avery gets Divine Pillars of Light, which I believe is essentially that spell that those flying guys were using. Get a Blessed Gem, which we'll never use. Drop down here. I do like the fact that, you know, not every freaking projectile in this game auto tracks. And off you go. Don't think there was anything else worth getting. Not mimics. Twinkling Titanite. Divine Blessing. This puts us back here. Okay. I'll go ahead and switch back to the other ring, because why not? half tempted to go ahead and equip this fire clutch ring. You know what? Let's do it. That's a little bit more damage. So now we do even more damage. Yay. Alright. Well, at this point, the only thing I'm going to go ahead and do is just return back to the back to Firelink Shrine. Somewhere in Lothric, I'm pretty sure we can find Grey Rat's body. I don't remember exactly where it's at, because I've never found it before. So, that's something to look forward to, I guess. Besides that, let's go ahead and upgrade our status, and that's pretty much all the upgrading that we can do.
Just wasn't it?
Oh, I can't because I don't have enough chunks.
Pretty.
That's a little disappointing.
Just wasn't it? Pretty.
That actually gives us 15 uses in total. I don't suppose you have chunks. Nope, you have large titanite, but not chunks. You get Gundyr's armor. There's the Black Hand armor. Oh, this is I don't know. Looks kind of neat though. Oh, yeah, this is Orbek's cloak. Couldn't buy that. Not too bad. But we'll stick with our dancer armor. Oops, that was way too much.
Well,
That's alright, we'll go ahead and level up. Get ourselves more stamina. Some staminas.
farewell, Ashley.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. When we come back, we will start going to Prince Lothric himself. I know I still haven't done the final optional area. I will probably do it after we deal with the Prince. So, I am Depressed Dior, Dark Souls 3. See you guys later.